And a snow day up here in the Northeast as well. All right. Thanks, Janice.
Thanks, Janice.
Let's bring in Dan Bongino, Fox News contributor, former New York City police officer, former Secret Service agent, and the author of a great book called Spygate, The Attempted Sabotage of Donald J. Trump. Mr. Bongino, good morning to you.
Hey, good to see you guys on this Monday.
Thank you very much. Well, it sounds like the Michael Cohen hearing last week was just a preview of coming attractions because the House Judiciary Committee chair, Jerry Nadler, has made it very clear. He's going to start calling all sorts of witnesses in. He wants document production for some 60 important documents from the White House. This is what we can see from the Democrats going right up to Election Day 2020.
Yeah, you know, Steve, we live in a post-fact society now when it comes to the Democrats. It's disturbing. I mean, Nadler wants to start an obstruction probe. But let's walk through what the FBI themselves, people involved in this case, said about the obstruction case. You had Jim Comey, who in one of his memos, Steve, indicated that Donald Trump actually asked him to look to see if any of his people were involved in any kind of malfeasance. That's in a Comey memo where he said, hey, check out any of my satellites. It would be good to know if anybody did anything wrong. Does that sound like obstruction? Well, let's go on to McCabe. 2 days after Comey's fired, McCabe's up on the Hill, the deputy director of the FBI, acting at the time director. And they asked him specifically, has there been any effort to obstruct your investigation? What did he say, Steve? There has been no effort to obstruct our investigation. Wait, one more. It gets better. Jim Baker, top lawyer at the FBI. He's asked by Congressman John Ratcliffe, hey, was Donald Trump ever even told he was under investigation? And he said no, he was told the opposite. He wasn't told. So how do you obstruct an investigation you didn't even know was happening after asking people to investigate people around you? This is so dumb. We're all dumber for talking about it. But this is what the Democrats have hoisted on our backs. And we have to do it.
That was the first reference to Billy Madison today. Hopefully it won't be the last. I know exactly what you're going back at. It's one of my favorite old-time lines. Here is a little of Nadler on This Week with George Stephanopoulos.
We'll do everything we can to get whatever evidence. We will be issuing document requests to over 60 different people and individuals from the White House to the Department of Justice, Donald Trump Jr., Allen Weisselberg, to begin the investigations, to present the case to American people about obstruction of justice, corruption, and abuse of power.
Yeah. Besides that, was really nothing for him to look into.
I mean, do you understand they're just making this up? And what's frustrating is you think they would have learned the lesson. Listen, I'm a Republican, I'm a conservative, but I think we can all agree the impeachment effort against Bill Clinton, viewed now through a more clear historical lens, failed. I mean, Clinton left with a 60, backfired badly. You would think the Democrats would have learned something from this. They have nothing. This is a big shell game. There's nothing there, and they just continue to double down.
But you know what they're not doing? They're not talking about impeachment. They're just doing investigations. Yeah. They go, we're not going to do an impeachment unless there's some buy-in from Republicans. Yeah. But that's not where it ended.
You know, Dan, you got Adam Schiff out there, and he's talking about how there's evidence of collusion, a lot of evidence. Take a listen. I want to get your reaction.
There's abundant evidence of collusion. The issue from a criminal point of view is whether there is proof beyond a reasonable doubt of a criminal conspiracy.
There's ample evidence of collusion.
Collusion.
The core issue in Mueller's investigation, that core issue is collusion.
You can see it in plain sight.
Yeah, what exactly is that evidence again, Dan? Did I miss it?
Well, Steve just said it. You can see it in plain sight, but it's like it from like the Stephen King movie. Nobody knows what the it is. Like it's a clown one day. No one knows what the it actually is. You understand this guy is making this up. He's got nothing. He's a carnival barker. He has nothing. Now, here's why he's doing this, though, now. There's a reason. The Michael Cohen hearing was devastating for them. He was their star witness, dreaded air quotes there. And what did he do? He went up to the Hill and he said the key component of their entire case, that Michael Cohen was in Prague to coordinate this whole conspiracy with the Russians.
Right.
Cohen said it wasn't true. Keep in mind, he's their star witness, not Trump's, and he just decimated the entire collusion hoax. So what does Schiff do? Instead of being honest, he just has to double down and hope nobody holds him to account for his 2 years of lies. And because he's a Democrat, he won't be held to account.
I can't believe we're at this place now. They are teeing us up for the Mueller probe to be less than sensational. So they're already moving away from Mueller, which they've been pointing to for 2 full years.
Yep.
So,
Brian, your analysis is 100% spot on. The media is doing it. The Democrats are doing it. They know it's going to be a soft landing with Mueller, and they're getting ready to move on to, well, we always knew that was going to happen.
Right.
It's his financial stuff with Trump that we really have to worry about. It's all nonsense.
They're shifting to Plan B. All right, Mr. Bongino, thank you very much
Thanks,
for
Dan.
this slide.
we're all smarter having listened to Dan.
That's true.
All right, 18 minutes before the top there.
We live in a really nightmare. We live in a really nightmare.